I'm almost certain the majority of you know what tactical voting is. Yeah, we're talking about this and not the debate, because I'll talk about that tomorrow instead. The premise of tactical voting is to either vote on a one-dimensional issue, so Brexit, or to prevent someone from getting into power cause, and then insert the reason why that person is undeniably the wrong person to assume office. Tactical voting also serves a purpose for parties, where when during the election, they can then attack the shadow cabinet or the cabinet for those MPs that hold minority seats. It should be noted, the majority of the Conservative front bench is quite safe, as is the majority of the Labour front bench. So the fight is on the back benches regardless. It took me 20 minutes to look it up, seriously. The lowest percentages I found of anyone holding a majority was 17 and 18%, and those people were those elected in 2017. The issue those particular MPs face is the issue of Brexit, because all of those with the lower majority come from Leave voting constituencies, and they're all part of the shadow cabinet and are doing everything to campaign for Remain, under the guise of, "But you don't want to be poorer, do you?" Like no one knew that already. There are a number of articles that have surfaced, talking about tactical voting. The one I want to draw attention to first has this chart in it, where there are a number of incidents and conclusions where people should vote a certain way to get a certain result. So if you want to get Brexit across the line, and where Brexit Party supporters should consider voting Tory, we have to look to Ashfield, Ashton-under-Lyne, Barnsley East, Batley and Spen, Barrow and Furness, Bedford. The list does go on. The first 100 on the list I am linking down below are for seats where Labour should lose in favour of Tories to get Brexit done, and those who want to vote Brexit Party should vote Tory as well. The others would include Labour supporting Brexiteers who should vote Tory to get Brexit done, and there are seats where Tory supporters should hold their nose and vote for a minority party to stop Labour, so voting for Liberal Democrats in Bermondsey and Old Southwark, Cambridge and Sheffield Hallam. Now, while that article comes from the Daily Mail and they have absolutely thrown their support behind the Tories to get Brexit done, it is right that we now address the other side when it comes to the two major parties in the United Kingdom, that being the Labour Party, where there is a tactical guide for 2019 from The Guardian that has 50 seats where it is vital to keep the Tories out. This article recognises there are a number of seats because of Brexit where many politicians' seats are up in the air. The obvious seats that they recognise first would be all the Scottish Conservative seats, wanting to forfeit those to the SNP, because of course what Scotland needs is one Democratic Party in power, and also then referencing Labour for some of the seats. But let's face it, they don't really want all of that to go to SNP or to Labour, really. Continuing the list, there are a number of other seats that caught my eye. Rushcliffe is one. Ken Clarke held a majority there of 8,000, which isn't a small majority in that constituency. Conservative candidate Ruth Edwards is pro-Brexit in a Remain seat, so there is a possibility she might not win when it comes to that particular election. Another seat that caught my eye is Sheffield Hallam, referenced in the Daily Mail article. It is more than likely after Labour's Jared O'Mara standing down, it is more than likely to go back to the Liberal Democrats, whose MP for a while was Nick Clegg. You know Nick Clegg, the guy that is pro-Remain and screwed the students to get a little taste of power. A number of other seats referenced in the article reference how students could tactically vote to get rid of the Tories in that area, or Labour in favour of Liberal Democrats, because of course they can be trusted. But the other major seat that really caught my eye is Uxbridge and South Ruislip, which is Boris Johnson's constituency. He holds it with a 5,000 seat majority, which means he could in fact be vulnerable to a large Labour vote by Brunel University students. That will be quite interesting come this Thursday. I'm actually looking forward to this, by the way. I might stream about it on this channel. If you think I should, let me know in the comments below. It is nice to have two separate articles who are willing to show their absolute 100% political bias on this, because then we are able to look at it and work out who's working harder to serve which interest best. Whereas the Daily Mail focused predominantly on Conservative seats, on Brexit as the key issue, the Guardian's actually served for the SNP, Labour and the Liberal Democrats, which is interesting, because let's say Labour win all the seats referenced in the article, they still wouldn't have a majority. If the Liberal Democrats won all the seats referenced in this article, still no one would care about them. And if the SNP win their seats, congratulations, you now own Scotland, I guess. Congratulations.